Alright guys, it's a pretty freaking light shoulder workout, so probably no forearms, and probably just a car talk or maybe some quick cardio with a cardio talk. Not entirely sure, but be a semi-quick shoulder pump. Reason for it being so late, had other obligations, and on top of that, Brandon hit me up and said, and I quote, "You can gym without me today, buddy." I said, okay, and then he texted back, "My boobs hurt." So proud dad moment, but no Brandon today, so I was able to push it off later and attain to other obligations before the workout. So we'll warm up here, some cable rattle, and then we'll go hit the shoulder press, probably for some heavy presses. I got a basic idea of what the workout's gonna actually consist of. So as you can tell, these aren't really meant to be challenging. Kind of a little warm up. Do a few sets of these at this weight. Shouldn't be bad. Then the actual big heavy shoulder press machine. Then a little heavier lateral raises. Some spider curl bench, like lying front raises. And then probably some actual like dumbbell lateral raises that are real heavier and more challenging than this. Also peeped the new look for a while. Full beard was getting a bit itchy, so that's why if you found yourself asking why Walter White with hair was on the screen, that's why. I'm not trying to look like Walter White, but it is what it is. All right, time for, as I said, shoulder press machine. It's a seat. I want to start pretty deep. All right, we're relatively heavy today. All right, a few more of those. One more. Ooh, God. All right, well, as stated, set up a spider curl bench, hit some front raises. So first two sets will be more just traditional, straightforward. Then the last two sets will be straight up and down, converge. Alright, well, as previously stated, these will be a different variation of the same exercise. So, get a lighter. So, instead of holding here, we'll hold like this. Start wide, converge, control. Alright, well, I'm considering doing dumbbell bicep on this machine instead. So, first two sets, normal handles. Second two, more sideways, converging at the top. want to do. A little heavier than was done on the cable, but still wide enough for some good control. Get some lateral raises in. That's some actual lateral raises. Oh. Oh. Alright, we'll get a shoulder pump going. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish my latest shoulder workout started. This time with some cable front raises, and then we're gonna call it. Alright, we're just gonna finish. Just do 2 sets of these. My shoulders are insanely pumped. Alright. Okay, so this is one of the few times where I will admit there are some benefits to not having a gym partner with you. Obviously, I much rather hit my workouts with Brandon. You know, it's nice to have a gym partner there. It's nice to have someone to push. It's nice to have someone there to push you. And at the same time, as I've said on previous workouts, he also helps govern me sometimes. Sometimes when I want to come in and go absolutely ape, you know the word, but completely balls to the wall, just pure insanity, especially on, say, a chest and try day or a back and bi day. And even sometimes on legs, it's like, oh, I just want to freaking tear myself limb from limb. I don't want to be able to lift my arms tomorrow, or I don't want to be able to walk tomorrow. And I want to come in with that intensity, and sometimes he might talk me off the ledge, just a smidge, where it's like, hey, let's get right on the border of it, but let's not hit that last exercise or two that you're like, oh, but I'm kind of feeling you've already done 6, 7, 8 exercises. We don't need any more. So, you know, but sometimes nights like tonight, it's almost 10 o'clock at night. It's raining. It's been storming for a while. I got stuff going on tomorrow. I can't stay out all night. the beauty of not having the gym partner today, not having Brandon with me, is that my instinct of going at balls to the wall when I don't have him kicked in, but not to the point that I wasn't able to govern myself and say, okay, that's enough. Basically, the amount of break you guys seen in the video itself is the amount of break I took between sets. It was like, okay, put the weight down, move the camera, start filming, walk back up, next set. Okay, I came in, went heavy to moderately heavy, kept the intensity up while still, especially around the presses, getting a good deep stretch at the bottom. My shoulders are insanely pumped. They are very sore right now. Surprisingly sore considering the workout just took place a few minutes ago. I was able to come in, basically cut out all the fat, cut out all the BS, cut out all the crap, and to just keep the workout to what I needed to do and get out. So even though, yeah, I could have taken bigger breaks and say went heavier, I could have took younger breaks and gotten more reps, I could have taken younger breaks and done a few more sets, or I could have had the 30-minute pretty much on the dime shoulder workout that still had 6 exercises, 20 working sets, and just pumped the living daylights out of my shoulders. But yeah, in a good way. It's not just sick, oh, I came in, got some blood in my shoulders, and got out. I came in, yes, I got some blood in my shoulders, but I also pushed myself, went a little heavier on the shoulder press machine, that the first one we touched, I normally do on it. I went heavier. I've never tried well, I have, off camera, this handle of the other shoulder press, and I couldn't budge the 45. And so it's like, I pushed myself to actually be able to use that and hit my shoulders and that angle and in that way, and went heavier than I would have normally even attempted that weight at, that version of that, and had a really good freaking workout. Do I wish I had went earlier today? Yeah, but I had things going on. I had things I had to take care of. Yeah, personal, we can get into it later maybe at some point, but it's just life was happening and I had stuff to do, and the workout fell where it fell, and I haven't ate today. I'm fairly high energy for being fasted, but I want to get home. I want to get sleep. My sleep schedule's been off, and rest is extremely, extremely, extremely important to recovery. It's extremely important to your diet and being able to have, oh God, what is the word I'm thinking of? Being able to have willpower. Like when you don't rest properly, you're growing and your other hormones get thrown off, and you might think you're hungry when you're not, or you might not have the willpower to not binge, or the willpower to not eat a certain food because you didn't get proper sleep. And a lot of people really don't think about that, and that's something, especially if I'm going to get ready for a bodybuilding competition / transformation competition, that I have been highly, highly hyper aware of, where it's like, okay, I want to make dang sure that, especially since my sleep schedule has been complete trash lately, where I struggle to fall asleep. I'm waking up late in the day, and it's nothing intentional. I've just had really bad insomnia that I'm trying to fix it, and I'm making a conscious effort. As much as I would have loved for that shoulder workout to gone on for an hour and then add some forearms in there, it wasn't called for. My forearms, I think, are pretty well balanced with the rest of my arms. I do not need any more. It's nice to pump them up once in a while. That's why we hit them 2 shoulder days ago, and it was a good time. My shoulders are lacking. Let's just focus on that. I don't have all the time in the world. Let's cut the crap, keep the intensity up. Maybe cut cut a few sets short and only do 2 or 3 sets, but push the weight, get a good workout. If you're not pushing the weight, push your form. You notice those 2 sets of dumbbell lateral raises might have been a little lighter than normal, but there was a nice young pause at the top of each of those reps until I couldn't do it anymore. And then it was more pumpish, just get it out. And so sometimes it isn't about how long you're in the gym. It's not about the amount of time that you have in your day to go to the gym. It's what you do with that time. And that's the thing. A lot of people who, in my situation today, would have looked at the clock, said, it's almost 10 p.m., I'm hungry, I'm tired, I've had a day, I'm not really here emotionally, I guess you spent a crap day, I'm going home. And I had every opportunity to do that. I don't owe you guys a video. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't owe the gym a visit just because I pay a monthly fee to be there. I don't, the only person I owe anything is myself, right? And that's the thing. You owe it to yourself. Good day or not, bad day or not, got the time or not, to put in the work, to care for yourself physically, mentally, all of the above. And so I said, I'm not skipping the gym. I don't have a lot of time to dedicate to the gym today, but I am still going to go to the gym. I'm going to dedicate what time I do have to the gym, and it's what you do with that time that matters. You may only have 20 minutes to go by the gym. But here's the thing. On a normal day, where you have all the time in the world, that 20 minutes, you might only get 2 sets in. 2 sets of 4. Because you're taking a minute, 2-minute young break, you're getting lost in your phone, you're talking to this guy over here, you're doing this, you're doing that. So in your mind, you think to yourself, why would I go to the gym if I only have 30 minutes? I'm not going to have time to get a full workout in. Or you can say, okay, I need to be laser focused. I'm going to plot out this workout. Before I ever entered the building, as I was driving to the building, I said to myself, I'm going to start on the cables. I'm going to warm up with some cable lateral raises. We're going to go straight there to a heavy press. I don't care which machine it is. I'm going to go from there to some front raises, but I want to do them on a bench to keep myself from swinging my body as I get exhausted to make them more effective. So we're going to put a bench, kind of like we're doing spider curls, and we're going to hit some raises that way. Then I'm going to hit either some dumbbell shoulder presses or use the machine that basically emulates it. And that's what ended up happening. And then from there, we'll hit some dumbbell lateral raises and we'll finish on some cable front raises. And the only thing that I was kind of iffy on was, do I hit any reverse pec deck? And I was that's the only thing. When I was planning it, and even in the gym, I was like, do I hit it? We'll be fine. But that's the thing. I came in with a plan, and I came in knowing how I intended to utilize my time. And, I'm guilty of it too. Me and Brandon can stand around and talk for a minute or two between sets sometimes and completely crash and ruin the intensity of our workout. It happens to all of us. We are all human. You're going to have days where maybe you're a little more talkative, or maybe you consumed a lot of caffeine, or maybe you have ADHD and you're just, all over the place, or maybe a friend comes in, or, or you get caught up in a conversation with the gym yapper, the gym talkative guy. And so it happens. But it all too often, people will say, I don't have time for the gym today, instead of saying, how can I utilize what time I have to go to the gym today? Now, by all means, if I felt like crap today physically and actually felt like I needed a day off, I would have skipped. I would have probably just simply filmed a car talk and titled it Journey to 160, Day 134, Rest Day, car talk, right? But instead, I went to the gym.
But I utilize that time to get 20 working sets in, 6 movements, good shoulder pump that I'm still feeling right now, a whole 15, 20 minutes later. And sometimes that's all it takes. It doesn't have to be that hour and a half insane, borderline overtraining junk volume workout that I get 9 times out of 10 because that's how I like to train. Sometimes it can be something as simple as boom, 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 and get out. Is that my style of training? No. I like being in the gym. It's the best part of my day. A lot of people would call it junk volume. People called what Arnold did junk volume. Look at Mike Mincer. Like him and Arnold had a whole thing because he's like, hey, that's junk volume. You don't need all that stupid. But it's what works for you. What do you enjoy the most? I love the gym. I enjoy 4 sets of 10 to 12, sometimes 8 to 12, sometimes 12 to 15. Depends on the exercise. Depends on how I know my body responds to certain exercises, and certain body parts respond differently and all that. But I enjoy getting 6, 7, 8 exercises for what I'm hitting. Typically, I enjoy that my workouts take about an hour to an hour and a half. On the low end, 45 minutes. But that doesn't mean they all have to be held to that. That doesn't mean because I didn't have 45 minimum to dedicate to a shoulder workout today that I just skipped because, well, my workouts minimum are always 45 minutes. I don't do less than 45, so I'm just not going to go. No. We got 30 minutes. We're going to utilize that time to get the best workout we can, and that's what we did. And that I just want more people to start seeing it that way and to have that mindset about it. It doesn't matter how much time you have to dedicate to the gym on any given day. It's how you utilize it. And if you can think on those days, how can I utilize this time to get a workout in? That is so much better than just skipping and missing a day if you didn't actually need a rest day. That being said, it's a good workout. I love you guys. I didn't mean for it to become the TED Talk about how to utilize gym time properly, but that's what it became. But it was a good workout. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys got something out of something I said, or maybe you copied a workout for yourself on a day where you don't have a lot of time and you go, dang, I got a good shoulder bump. I'm glad I watched that video and decided I was going to use it as the blueprint for a workout because I didn't have a lot of time to think up one myself. Whatever it may be, I hope you got something out of today's workout, something out of today's video. I love you guys. I appreciate any and all of your support. You guys are part of the reason that I do it. You really are. It didn't start that way. It was just documentation of the journey. But I have learned to love the process of filming, of editing the videos, and for doing this for you guys as well. Which is why on rest days or days that I do cardio, I still feel obligated to film for you guys and to give you something to look forward to and to watch. Even if to me, I may not understand why you'd watch it, but you do. But I love you guys. You guys are always positive, always encouraging, always kind. I'm very proud, even though there's only a few of us. We're not some massive channel. That I'm very proud of the community that this channel has built, and it's been very positive, very kind, very inspiring. You guys inspire me. You guys give me words of encouragement, and sometimes I need those. You have no idea. I mean, I'm a guy who was bullied relentlessly in school. I was never sure about doing any of this, and sometimes I'm still not. So the kind words, the comments, all of them, liking the videos, I mean, it does truly mean the world to me. Thank you guys. If you like the video, like it. If you want to support me or the channel in any way, shape, or form, never feel obligated to do so. But there are links in the description for merch and for harder than last time supplements. Code JS15. Save 15% off your order. Tomorrow's leg day. I fully intend on it being a quad focused leg day. That's what I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. I don't think I need to do a hamstring focused day to give my knees a break. I think we are good to go on a good quad focused leg day, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So, as always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you tomorrow for a quad focused leg day.